All right, you all, let's get going with chapter 3 of this fractions workbook study. The workbook is below if you would like to purchase the workbook and join me. Also, I offer a course with this workbook. So if you would like to work with me more on this concept, you can reach out to me. All the information is below, okay? So we're going to work just a few problems together. We are talking about finding the lowest common denominator. In this workbook, I believe there are like 4 practice pages for this particular skill. So yes, grab that workbook. I'm going to go over a few problems now, and then you can go back and continue to apply what I share to the remaining problems, okay? So let's get going here. Let's start with, I'm going to start with number 2, and I'm going to actually rewrite the problem. I guess this is enough space right here. So we have 5 over 9 and we have 3 over 4. And we want to find a common denominator. So we are focusing on the 9 and the 4. Now when you find a common denominator, what you are looking for is a multiple that 9 and 4 share. Okay, in other words, the number must be a multiple of 9 and the number has to be a multiple of 4, right? I encourage you to find the lowest common multiple or the lowest common denominator. And so we're going to focus on doing that. Now, this is the strategy that I use when identifying the lowest common denominator, okay? I focus on my larger denominator and I list the multiples for that denominator, okay? So I'm going to start with 9 and then I'm going to stop. Is 9 also a multiple of 4? No, it is not, so you can't use 9. Then I go to my next multiple of 9. Let's go to 18. Is 18 a multiple of 4? No, it is not. So I'm going to keep moving. The next multiple of 9 will be 27. Is 27 a multiple of 4? No, it is not. Let me keep going. My next one would be 36. Is 36 a multiple of 4? Yes, it is. Because this is the very first multiple of 9 that 4 also shares, 36 would be our lowest common denominator. Okay, once again, so we would rewrite, let me just do it here. We could rewrite these fractions with a lower common denominator of 36. And although we're focusing just strictly on finding the common denominator, something I want to add, when you change your denominator, you have to change your numerator. Okay, so because we multiply by 4 to get our new denominator, then we also need to multiply 5 by 4, so our new numerator would be 20. And same thing for 4. Because we multiply by 9 to get our new denominator, we will need to multiply by 9 to get our new numerator, so 3 times 9 will be 27. And then from here, if you're working with equivalent fractions, you just formed an equivalent fraction, right? If you're working with adding fractions, which have to have the same denominator, you can proceed and add. If you're working with subtracting fractions, which have to have the same denominator, you can move forward and subtract. All right, so let me clear my screen of all of that great work. Let's do another one together. Let's go ahead and do number 3. And I'm going to rewrite this as well. Okay. And we need to find a common denominator, the lowest common denominator that 8 and 12 share. And once again, I'm going to focus on listing the multiples of 12. And I'm going to start with 12. Is 12 a multiple of 8? No, it is not. So we can't use 12. The next multiple of 12 will be 24. Is 24 a multiple of 8? Yes, it is. 8 times 3 is 24. So 24 would be the lowest common denominator that 8 and 12 share. Okay? And so, like the last problem, if you have a new denominator, you need a new numerator, right? So if we multiply by 3 to get a new denominator, you need to multiply your numerator by 3 to get your new numerator. And then for the other fraction, we multiply by 2 to get our new denominator. So we need to multiply our numerator by 2 to get our new numerator. All right, so that'll be 2. There we go. All right, keep practicing this skill, and I will see you for chapter 4. Bye.